We're always talking about clean energy. But what if I told you there's this massive, untapped power source that's on like 24/7, and it's literally right under our feet? Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, but before we get there, let's ask a really basic question. Why can't we just, flip a switch and go 100% renewable tomorrow? I mean, what's the big holdup?
Well, it really comes down to this. The sun sets, and sometimes the wind just stops blowing. Look, solar and wind are amazing, but they're not always on. And that means our grid always needs some kind of backup plan.
But what if I told you there is a clean energy source that never ever stops? The thing is, we've been looking up at the sky for the answer, when we should have been looking down. The real power is right under our feet.
That's right. I mean, think about it. The core of our planet is basically a giant natural furnace. It is unbelievably hot down there. And all that heat, it's constantly radiating outwards. It's this huge non-stop source of energy that we've only just started to tap into.
And that, my friends, is geothermal energy. It's the always-on renewable. Day, night, sunny, stormy. It does not care. It just keeps working. You could almost call it the quiet, reliable workhorse of the entire clean energy world.
Okay, so that sounds great, right? But how in the world do we get that heat from way down there and actually use it to, power our homes? Great question. Let's break it down.
The easiest way to think about it is that the Earth has already built this giant natural power plant for us. Seriously, it's created these massive underground pockets of super hot water and steam. All we really have to do is drill a tap.
And the process itself is actually, it's pretty darn simple. Step 1, we drill down and let that hot water and steam shoot up to the surface. Step 2, all that powerful pressure is used to spin a turbine, which, boom, generates electricity. And step 3, and this part is so important for sustainability, we take that now cooled water and just pump it right back underground. The Earth reheats it, and the whole cycle starts over. It's this perfect, sustainable loop.
But wait, it gets even cooler. Get this, you don't even need boiling hot water for this to work. There's this super clever tech called a binary cycle. Think of it like a high-tech double boiler for a power plant. We use the warm water from the Earth to boil a different liquid, one that has a really low boiling point. That second liquid turns to vapor instantly, that spins the turbine, and we get electricity. It's honestly genius.
All right, so that's the how. Pretty neat, right? But the real question is, why is this such a big deal? Why does it matter so much? Well, this next part, this is where we get to geothermal's real superpower.
So to really get why geothermal is so special, we got to talk about something called capacity factor. Now, don't let the term scare you. It's super simple. It's just the percentage of time a power plant is actually on and making power. That's it. And obviously, a higher number is way, way better.
And just look at this chart. This really says it all. Geothermal is often running at a capacity factor of over 70%. Some plants even hit 90%. That is just incredible. It totally blows solar out of the water, which, needs the sun to shine. But get this, it's even more reliable than a typical coal plant. Yeah, you heard that right.
That incredible reliability, that constant, always-on power, that's what the energy world calls baseload power. It's the solid, steady foundation of our entire electrical grid, the power that runs 24/7, no matter what. It provides the kind of stability that, frankly, solar and wind just can't on their own. And for a long, long time, that job has belonged to fossil fuels.
So, okay, being a baseload hero, what does that actually mean for us, for our future, and, for the planet?
First off, this isn't some kind of science fiction dream for the future. This is happening right now. I'm talking about places like Iceland, parts of the US, Indonesia, Turkey. They're already using geothermal to power whole communities. We're talking millions of people getting reliable, low-carbon electricity today. This isn't an experiment, it's proven tech.
Okay, so full disclosure, there is a catch. Geothermal isn't some magic silver bullet we can use everywhere. You kind of have to be in the right place at the right time. You need to be in a spot where the geology is just right, where all that amazing heat is close enough to the surface for us to actually drill down and get to it. So if there's one thing to remember from all this, it's this. Geothermal isn't just another clean energy option. Because it provides that super reliable, always-on baseload power, it's a direct replacement for things like coal plants. It can literally do the same job, but without the carbon. That makes it an absolutely critical piece of the whole clean energy puzzle. So, yeah, wind turbines and solar panels, they get all the attention, all the headlines. But next time you think about clean energy, remember the quiet hero, the one that's working non-stop, day and night, right under our feet, just using the natural heat of our own planet.
Hey, if you thought this was interesting and learned something new, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button for Energy Simply Explained. We've got a lot more breakdowns just like this one coming your way. Thanks for hanging out with us.